Hi everyone, let's go ahead and get started with data visualization with ggplot in R programming. And here we are going to get started it with Jupyter Notebook, and I would request you to see previous section where I have covered how to install a Jupyter Notebook and how to get started with Jupyter Notebook. And you can create a new file. In fact, from here itself there is a new notebook and create R file in your Jupyter Notebook, and then you can get started with the coding. Although I have already given this resources folder in the course, you should download it from the resources section, and then you will get all these code files in a folder there, and you will be getting something like this. Alright, something like this. Here these are the course section. So currently these are the course section which I have already taught. In the coming lessons, I'll be adding here more course lectures, and these files you can get it inside these course files. Alright, super. So let's go ahead and get started with understanding what is ggplot. A ggplot actually comes from Grammar of Graphics. You can visit this link there, right click and visit this link. Let me close these two things there, and there you will notice a layered Grammar of Graphics. So this paper describes that this ggplot is actually a multiple layer of graphics. This ggplot are built up using multiple functions connected with the plus sign. The first ggplot just draw the outline of a plot, alright, including the axis and the tick marks. It takes as a 2 argument. Means to say that a ggplot does not plot everything itself, but it plot first the axis and the tick mark, and it draw a canvas there. After it draw a canvas there, thereafter we add a multiple layers outside of this ggplot, which I'll be telling you later. This ggplot have basically these 2 arguments. ggplot takes the data itself as the argument. Thereafter it takes aesthetic function. These aesthetic functions are used to set the color, size, and the fill of a particular shape, and the alpha means how much transparency you want to put for that particular shape. So this AES, which is aesthetics, this takes these as the input, and this ggplot takes the data as the input and this aesthetics. Do remember, once you pass this data and the aesthetics, it is not going to plot anything for you. It is just trying to get the overall sense of the plot, and it will prepare a canvas there, and it will plot the outline of plot there. Thereafter you will notice that ggplot will have a syntax something like this. There will be a ggplot, the data set, aesthetics, thereafter it comes there. So these are the data plotting function which you need to pass separately, because this only plots the outline of your plot. It doesn't plot any plot actually. Thereafter you add these things to plot, like you can add here the bar plot, you can add a count plot, you can add a histogram, you can add a line plot, bar plot, histogram, density plot, or any kind of the plot. If you want, you can add it. So you might be wondering that what are these functions? These functions, you can get the list of function from here. There you have, right click and get it there. So there, these are the list of function which you can add here, the geom something and something else. So these are the function. So these are the layers. Once you have created your ggplot with the data set and aesthetics, then you can add any of these layers. Like you can add the line, you can add the horizontal line, vertical line, or diagonal line. You can add the bar plot. Column plot is also a kind of bar plot. There is the count plot, which is also a kind of a bar plot. Thereafter you can add there a histogram, bin plot, or a heat map, a blank, draw nothing, box plot. These are the many types of the plot which you can add there. That's where these comes, geom something plus geom something. So these are the so many things which you can add as a plot. Thereafter, you can add the statistics as well, like the ellipse, stat function, identity function, all right, all these things. Thereafter, you have the positional adjustment. In the positional adjustment, you can do the dodge. That's mean dodge overlapping objects side by side. That's mean if there is multiple objects which are overlapping together, and if you set this positional dodge there, it will set those overlapping objects side by side. And then some of these things you can pass. I'll be telling you in detail about these function in the coming lectures. Thereafter, you can use their annotation. Let me zoom in so that you can see it clearly. You might be not able to see that properly. So there is the annotation. In the annotation, you have here a geom. These are the geom AB line and H line and V line. That's when these are the references line for horizontal, vertical and diagonal line. So these are kind of the annotation. You can put something in the form of written, all right, a written text there. So you have annotation, you have annotation custom, log ticks, map and raster, all those things. There you have aesthetics. Then you have here scales. These are the scales which you can set it, all right. So this list is going to be a long list. Later on, if you scroll it down, you will see there guide for axis and legends. You can also use these guides. So the moreover, this is a huge list which you can use in your plot. These are the data set which automatically comes with the ggplot, like the diamond data set, Midwest, MPG, MSleep, all these data is there, all right. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come back to our fundamental of data visualization with the ggplot page. Thereafter, you can call first ggplot, then pass any of these functions to plot your data. All right. So I'm sure you have understood how to plot the plot with the ggplot. One more thing here I have before I stop this video. I have here in this video, you can see there is the fundamentals of data visualization with ggplot. There you have a ggplot cheat sheet. So just click on this cheat sheet. You will notice that this one is having there a huge list of a function and techniques to plot. You can keep this aside to just look for a shortcut. You can use the cheat sheet later, but first you have to understand overall the process and these techniques to plot a ggplot. If we zoom in here, if I zoom in, then you will notice there you have the data, you have a stat, all these meets together, it creates there a geom. So there you have a coordinate system which was plotted by the data and ggplot, and then this geom adds the data, I mean the plot itself there. So with this axis and the plot, you will see there a complete plot. It's like that. All right. Thereafter, these are the some other things which you can plot later on. We will be using to plot it. And these are the some of the settings with the scale location. General purpose scales are there. Some scales, coordinate systems, Cartesian coordinates. These are the phase settings, levels. There is the positional adjustments, like you set there S plus geom bar. So S is their ggplot and the data set. We pass their aesthetics. Thereafter, we pass there the type of the plot which we want to plot here. We want to plot a bar plot, count plot, a point plot, whatever plot we want to plot, we will be able to see there. Thereafter, if you want to add the theme, guides, scale discrete, so all these things can be added with the plus sign which we had seen previously, like this one. All right. So these things. All right. So this is all about in this lesson. Thanks a lot for watching it. I'll see you next lesson.